85-year-old lady reveals a life-changing secret to her husband before leaving the world forever. But before we start, please make sure to subscribe to m&rtv and hit the bell so you never miss any upload from us. Also, leave a like right now. They say marriages are made in heaven, but to maintain a marriage and to conquer all barriers that might come in between is the toughest part. Many people fail in the process. The main element in a marriage is trust, and when that trust is broken, there's hardly anything left in the relationship. But what if, when you turn 86 and are under the impression that your marriage has been successful, but then suddenly you get the surprise of your life? What if you get to know that your wife had been hiding something from you for 60 years, ever since you got married, and all your thoughts question the bond you both have shared? A couple from Ohio who did not wish to enclose their names had been married for 60 years. They had no idea how their life was going to take a strange turn, and so they were prepared for none of what was going to happen. The couple had met each other 62 years back because of a common friend and had connected instantly. After being together for 2 years, they decided to be together forever and tie the knot. Whenever the two tell their story of being together for 60 years, they feel immense pleasure. Both of them have known that it is no joke to make a marriage work for so long, but even they did not know what was it exactly that helped them make it through. Both of them had always felt happy together, and somewhere inside, they knew, even in their young days, that they were meant to be together forever, and they had made up their minds to walk towards that direction together. But the one thing that can destroy all relationships, no matter how strong the bond, is secrets from one another. When secrets prevail between two people, the trust is broken, and the wife here had a very big secret that she had been hiding. The husband and wife lived on their own. The kids had families of their own and lived separately. It had been the couple's decision to live all by themselves with each other. They were each other's only support they needed. The couple had been living each day to the fullest. The wife would prepare breakfast, the husband would help buy groceries, both would go on long walks together and meet and greet all their neighbors with love and affection. While living their normal life like every other day, the couple had no idea that that month of August would change everything for them forever. Things would nowhere be close to what they had been like for 60 years. When the couple was having dinner one August night, something very unexpected happened. The wife fainted suddenly, and she was still, no movement. And since there was no one else around, the husband panicked and couldn't understand a thing. The old man called 911, and the wife was immediately taken to the hospital. The husband had thought that things had really fallen apart, but little did he know they had just started to fall apart. The big secret was yet to be disclosed. The doctors had given up. The husband was told that his wife was seriously ill and there was no cure. She had very few days left in this world. The husband was shattered at the news, and he froze in his position. The wife, on the other hand, knew exactly what to do in the situation. It was time for her to reveal the secret she had been hiding for 60 years. She did not cry even for a second and was prepared that it was finally time to tell her husband about what she had been hiding. The wife had a shoebox that she had bought after their marriage. But what was inside the shoebox was never known to the husband. There had been just 2 rules that the husband was to follow: to never ask about the box and to never look inside it. The couple trusted each other blindly. There was nothing that the two did not share with one another. But this was one expectation the wife had never told her husband about. And now that she only had a few days left, she didn't want to leave the world with her secret. The shoebox was the wife's secret possession, and she had kept it above her cupboard all these years. And now she had finally asked her husband to get the box to her in the hospital to reveal the secret. The husband had a very understanding nature, and he knew his limits. There could have been something in the box that the wife did not want to share, and that was okay with him. Yes, he had scratched his head for many years to think what could be in the box, but never tried to peep inside. The man brought the box to the wife in the hospital bed and she asked him to open it. He had never questioned her about what was in the box once she had stated that she wanted privacy in the matter, but now it was time. There had hardly ever been a day when the couple had any arguments. It was a rarely ever fighting and always happy together kind of relationship that the two had. For them, they had spent 60 years of happiness and nothing else. The wife told her husband that when they were getting married, her grandmother had given her a piece of advice. She had told her about the secret of a long-lasting marriage and what it takes to have a forever kind of relationship. And then she said that all of these secrets were inside the box and she wanted her husband to finally open it and see it. And when the husband wiped his tears to look what was in the box, he was confused. Inside the shoebox were 2 crocheted dolls and $95,000 in cash. The question now was why and how. The husband could not understand a thing, and his reflex was that where did so much money come from, and to ask what these things meant. Since so many years he had tried to keep his calm about the shoebox and not interrupt in the matter, but now he wanted to know everything. He wanted his wife to speak, but she just smiled at his reaction. The wife told the husband the secret that her grandmother had told her. She said, "It was to never argue. She told me that if I ever got angry with you, I should just keep quiet and crochet a doll." But then, was she angry with her husband only twice in 60 years? Now that she had only 2 dolls? That could not be possible, no matter how plausible a relationship the two must have shared. The wife made it clear that she had made several dolls, but had also sold all of them, these 2 being the most recent ones that she was left with, which meant that it was surely more than 2 times when she was angry with him. The question of where all the money came from still remained. The wife then smiled wickedly and told, "Oh, that's the money I made from selling the dolls," and tears started to roll down the husband's eyes. It was indeed plausible to see how the woman had converted her negative energy of anger into something so creative. Not only did she know how to control and suppress her anger, but also knew how to not let it spoil things. The husband had really been a lucky man to have had such an understanding wife. Not every person has the potential to find happiness in their problems and not let them affect themselves or the people surrounding them. Arguments, unnecessary frustrations, and exaggerations only spoil a relationship. If the wife had not been able to find a solution to these negatives, there would have been chances that the couple would not have been where they were. The couple had really lived their life to the fullest. There was no place for unnecessary and never-ending arguments, and there was only room and space for understanding and staying happy. We should all learn from the story of this Ohio couple. Any day of our lives can be the last days of our lives. We should live happily together and enjoy each second we have in this world, which is the most precious gift we ever get. The wife did not only find a way to control her frustration, but also found a way to silently help her husband in financial terms. The husband had always been unaware of what she was doing to cover her anger, but she had saved a huge amount of money from it. Even though the wife had passed away, the couple had lived a spectacular life, and there was not even one person who wouldn't look up to them as an example of the perfect kind of couple.